Welcome to Lex's World. Today I wanted to talk about synthetic or fake weed. Now by this I don't mean pharmaceutical products that simulate various cannabinoids for medical patients, products like Sativex or Marinol. No, this video is about the herb that's regularly sold online and in various paraphernalia stores. It's most commonly known as spice, K2, and synthetic cannabis. There are a lot of companies that make synthetic weed. To my knowledge, there's over 200 brand names, but really there may be a lot more. The packages for them often get labeled as incense or with phrases like "not for human consumption." Spice sometimes looks very close to cannabis. All it really is various chopped up herbs that are pretty common and non-psychoactive. These are a few of them. Then they spray the herbs with ingredients that simulate THC. They use synthetic cannabinoids. What does that mean exactly? Well, these are lab-created compounds. They are produced as an oil or as a crystalline powder that can be easily sprayed on plant material, partly because the compounds bind to the same receptors in your body that THC binds to. But in fact, they are totally different from THC and aren't even the same compound between brands of synthetic weed. Here's a bunch of the compounds that you can find. Quite a few. And that's just a sample. There are others. They keep changing slightly, partly because established ingredients keep becoming illegal. Herbs treated with synthetic cannabinoids are often much more potent than normal weed, and not in a good way. There are many cases of this stuff sending people to the emergency room in ways that are totally different from when people consume too much THC and have a green out. I am personally aware of an instance where a small amount of synthetic weed from a product called Stinger landed someone in an ambulance, and there's lots of other incidents listed online. From the limited data we have, synthetic weed appears to also be more addictive than cannabis, with lots of folks experiencing physical, significant withdrawal symptoms. I used to work part-time at a head shop that sold this for a while, and people would show up right at store opening for it and get very upset if it was out of stock. And the evidence against spice is more than anecdotal. The experts have weighed in. Remember that JWH substance that I listed among the bunch? Well, variations of it are common in synthetic weed. It was invented by and named after Professor John W. Huffman, a respected organic chemist who has since described the folks who ingest his compound in spice as idiots for doing so. And what's in these herbs or on them doesn't even have to be a synthetic cannabinoid. You simply never know what the companies that make this stuff will mix in next. Even prescription drugs like phenazepam have been found in some synthetic weed. So if these products are so bad, why would anybody ever buy them? Well, the number one reason is because of the large chemical variations in synthetic weed, nobody tests for it. In other words, the customer demographic for spice are two groups looking for a THC alternative. People who don't know how dangerous this stuff is and can't get access to real weed, and people who are trying to get around THC tests by employers or law enforcement like parole officers. Yet another addition to the endless lineup of reasons why drug tests do a lot more harm than good. I got some flack for doing videos educating people on urine and saliva tests because some people felt that I was just providing a way for people to cheat the testing system, but I stand by those videos as necessary. I'll link to them in the description for you guys. So that's my 2 cents on fake pot. Please don't buy it. And also please subscribe and hit that like button, as well as share this video with your friends who still treat spice a little too casually. Well, I'll see you next time.